Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia and I got married this past weekend. This is my wedding dress, this is my veil, these are my wedding nails, and this is the bag I had all my makeup in. So I am going to do my makeup real fast because I just want to have my makeup done today a little bit. I just toned and I put on some oil. Now I'm going to go through my bag and like kind of put things away as I take them out of my bag. My sister gave me this Medicube mask. I'm super excited to use it. I should have used it the night before my wedding, but I forgot. Okay. Oh, I'm like trying to find my SPF. I'll just use this. So I got married at a state park this past weekend. It was absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait for the photos to come back. Everything was perfect. October 25th, we actually got so lucky with the weather. It was even better because I remember last year I was in that location booking our hotel rooms to secure them for this year, and I was thinking if we could just have this weather 1 year from today, I will be happy. And honestly, we had better weather. Right off the bat, a couple things I forgot about. I forgot to get a box for all of our cards. Yikes. And I forgot, ooh, look at that. I forgot to wear the blusher on my veil, which sucks because do you know how many veils I looked at that I loved that didn't have a blusher that I just turned down? And then on my actual wedding day, I'm walking down the aisle and I totally forgot about my blusher. You guys, there was just so much going on. So let me just start from the beginning, right? We have had this wedding planned for 1.5 years. And when we booked it, I was not pregnant, obviously. So having a newborn at your wedding adds an added layer. I definitely recommend having your wedding before you have kids. Or having your wedding when your kids are older. That's what I wanted to do. But then that didn't happen. So yeah, there's a lot going on, so I definitely forgot a lot more than I would have liked to. I also didn't have an event planner, so I didn't really have anybody, like I had a bunch of help, but you know, I didn't really have anybody on top of all like the details like that, so I forgot my blusher. I forgot a box for my cards, so the cards were just kind of like on the table. What else? We had ring boxes, but we didn't have fake rings in the box. I thought my kids were gonna just like walk down the aisle with my rings in the box, and they said no, you can't trust them with that. And I was like, okay. So our ring boxes were empty. I didn't know I had to give my ring to the we didn't do best man or bride or like maid of honor because our wedding party was so small. But I gave my ring to my husband's brother, and he gave his ring to my sister because that's just who I paired up. And who else? What else? But yeah, no, so I woke up. My mother-in-law had rented this huge cabin, so I got everything packed back in my car, unpacked from my hotel room, packed back into my car to the cabin. I'm not gonna put my makeup away. I'm just gonna leave it in this bag for now. And yeah, I got there and I started to get my hair done. I wound up having her fix it because I wanted more. I did like a little bit pulled back with some money pieces hanging out, but I wanted more pulled back. So she did my hair, and then after she had finished everybody else's hair, she spruced mine up and fixed what I wanted her to fix. Where's my blush brush? And so then I did that, and then I just kind of waited around. I got a pump session in. I made sure I had a bunch of frozen milk and everything. I was like really preparing for this day with the milk. So I got another pump session in, which was great. I had literally just enough milk to cover me all the way through everything. And then by the time we got back, I had to nurse a little bit during the reception, but it was fine because, you know, it was nice to just like take a break, like sit down and like watch everyone having so much fun at my wedding. And then by noon, I started doing my makeup, and my brother-in-law is a photographer. I did hire a photographer, but he wasn't there yet. So, my brother-in-law was taking pictures of me getting ready. They're moving, so I won't get those pictures back for quite some time. What's next do I need? Oh, let's do some highlighter. Oh, you know what? One of my bridesmaids, she gave me this Jeffree Star palette, and she said that I should start using this pink color as a highlight. And so I did it during my bachelorette party, and I absolutely loved it. So I straight up just did it for my wedding too. And I'm gonna do it today. She said pink undertones, you should use pink highlighter because it brings out the blush. And like, seriously, life-changing. Life-changing. Ew. So she said to use pink and then use a little bit of the white at the tops and the whatever the bottoms if you want. And I love it. So that's what I do now. But yeah, so I started doing my makeup, and that was so nice. Like, I really just sat there and like took my time. The window, the weather was gorgeous. The door was open to our cabin, and you could see like bighorn sheep right in the front yard. And I just sat there and I did my makeup, and like people were watching me too. Like my sister-in-law was there, and her little daughter, she was playing with all my brushes. And like he was taking pictures of me, and the bridesmaid who gave me this, ew, she was standing there, and people were just kind of like watching. And I'm so glad I did my own makeup. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you do your makeup every single day and you want to do it for your wedding, do not let people tell you not to. Like, oh, you have to. You don't have to do anything. Like, that's the biggest thing I learned from my wedding, is that you can do whatever you want for your wedding. It's your wedding. There's some advice I'm glad I followed. Like, I was gonna be real casual about it. But my mom pushed me to get a florist, which I'm so happy because my flowers were gorgeous. And I'm glad I got getting my hair done. I always knew I was going to do, because I don't do hair. I just don't. I don't do my hair. I try, but I don't. So that was like a big thing for me. But yeah. I'm glad I was going to do light makeup today. Here I am just like totally going all out again. I feel like sometimes my light makeup gets heavier and heavier, and then I have to like bring it back sometimes because I'm like wearing a full face now. That's okay. What else do I need to do? Eyebrows. Yeah. So it was just such a good day. And then we got to the venue, and then I got overwhelmed. Because we had to get a new officiant last minute. So I hadn't met him yet. So I was talking to my photographer, talking to the officiant. My brother was asking me questions. My brother-in-law was behind me giving me stuff, and my baby was crying, and everyone, it was like so overwhelming. I like literally just cried for a second. I was not a bridezilla, but I needed a second to cry. The staff was asking me questions, and I was getting nervous because I wanted to do a first look. And so the first look was coming up, and I'm like, oh my God, like my groom is gonna see me, and after that it's like we're off to the races. We're gonna start the wedding, you know. I was enjoying the slow morning of getting ready, and then all of a sudden it was not a slow morning anymore. But it was really nice. Like, everything was nice. I just wish I had remembered my blusher. But we had the ceremony, and then we went and took couples pictures at sunset. And I'm glad I remembered. Well, I did tell my photographer too. These people are there to help you, by the way. So tell people what you want, and they will help you remember. Because I told my photographer I wanted to do pictures where I'm wearing the groom's blazer, because he had a really nice maroon suit. And so I got a lipstick to match his suit. Let me show you. I have it here. And everyone was so helpful with my baby too. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this actually wound up matching perfectly with his suit. So I'm really glad I went to Target and I got that the week of. I did a lot of stuff last minute, you guys. I'm pretty type B. I didn't even pick out, I wasn't even gonna do like a daddy-daughter dance, but then my sister said that I absolutely had to. So then I picked out a song real fast with the DJ, and then my partner picked out a song real fast to do with his mom. And oh yeah, I had a photo booth. Highly recommend a photo booth, you guys. I was gonna do lawn games because I was so nervous about keeping people entertained, and everyone told me not to, and I was really annoyed by that. So I didn't, because I was like, you know what, maybe they're right. And they were right. Like there was really no time, because, you know, there's the cocktail hour. So people are drinking, mingling, and then there's dinner. And you only have a certain amount of time to eat before you have to be like shuffled out of the dining hall, or like they take the food away. In my case, the dining and the reception, which I know dining is part of the reception, but to me reception means like DJ's gone, whatever. So I'm just gonna say dinner and reception. So dinner is so fast, you know, everyone's eating and talking still and trying to finish up that before they take your plates away. So there really was, and then you're dancing. And my venue had a little outdoor patio with a fire going, and that's where the bar was too. And we didn't pay for open bar. What we did was we had a bar up to a certain limit. So at first I did $500, but then I quickly realized that was not going to be enough. So my sister was so kind to add another $500 on for me, because I did not have my wallet with me. I didn't even know where my card was, and she added money on. She was like, no, I want to do this, but I Venmoed her back. I'm like, no, you are not paying for my bar. But yeah, so we just had a limit on the bar, and after that limit, then you had to pay cash or credit card, whatever. But the limit went really fast, actually. Like the limit was almost up before dinner was even served. Because, you know, cocktail hour, you know, everyone is drinking a couple drinks here and there while we're taking our pictures. And then we signed our marriage certificate there as well. And I had my bestie slash bridemaids be my witness, and his only brother was his witness. And then we got pictures. The courthouse gave us like I forgot what they call it, but it's not the real certificate. It's just like a fancy looking certificate for pictures purposes. And what we did is I went on Amazon. Our colors were maroon and gold, so I went on Amazon and I bought a maroon. It kind of looks like this, like a certificate booklet, I guess you'd call it, like a leather bound certificate book. And I put that certificate in the book for pictures. And now we have our certificate to display. So we did that there too. And then we went to go take more pictures, and I did not realize that people were waiting to eat dinner for us. So, I mean, usually you take pictures during cocktail hour. I really had no sense of time, so I hope we didn't take too long. I really have no idea. But I think people were starting to get hungry. And I came back and they're like, oh, we can eat now? And I'm like, why are you guys even waiting for us? Like, we were outside taking fun pictures. And so make sure that you you know, you want to be there for dinner, but you also don't want people waiting an hour and a half. Like a cocktail hour is like an hour. So waiting an hour is no big deal. But then the limit was gone and we had to add more money. And I'm glad I did that though, because I really did not want people paying for drinks. But I also really did not want to pay for open bar because it's like $2,000. And I just wasn't sure like who's going to be drinking. And I didn't want to put $2,000 down and have people not drink that much. But yeah, if we had any more people at our wedding, it would have benefited us. We had like a small wedding. The day of, probably about close to 10, 12 people didn't show up the day of. So those who RSVP'd, some people still did not come, which kind of PO'd me, but nothing you can do about it. But yeah, any more people, and we actually would have had to kind of had more help. We probably would have had to have should have had like an event planner and an open bar and stuff like that. I think I'm done. Am I done? Am I missing anything? I don't think so. But yeah, so then we just, I put more money on and the bar was good. And I had amazing old fashioned. He put maple in it. It was so yummy. And the photo booth was so much fun. The DJ was awesome. He played my boy's favorite song. Okay, we had live music too. I highly recommend finding live music. I'm lucky I work at a restaurant that hires this couple that does like easy listening. And so I hired them, and she played the piano for the ceremony, like, you know, while people sat down and my walk in and our walk out. And then they moved up to the dining hall and they played live music for dinner, which was amazing, and the cake cutting. And then we kind of even had like a little bit of a first dance because we just happened to be like up by the cake, and they played Kiss Me. And so we just started dancing there, which was really nice. Because our actual first dance, we chose an unconventional song. I will say that. Maybe we chose The Way by Mac Miller and Ariana Grande because he loves Mac Miller and I love Ariana Grande. I'm actually seeing her in Chicago. And I had them do that, right? And I thought they were going to do like a jazz rendition. But then the week of the wedding, they told me that they were just going to sing it exactly as it was. And I was like, okay, cool. But I thought they were going to play live still. But what they did, I'm talking fast because I want to get this video over with. Because I have a ton of groceries to put away upstairs. But what they did was they went to my DJ and they had him play like an instrumental version and they just sang it like karaoke version. And the husband rapped and he was bad at it. And the wife sang and it was totally out of her range. So it just wasn't good. And I did ask them to send me them singing it and they just never sent it to them singing it to me. And I wish they would have just been honest and said that they couldn't do it because I would have picked a different song or just had the DJ play it. So yeah, so like they sang it and we gave it a couple songs for them to leave because they were like, I was like, oh, hang out, go to the photo booth, whatever. And then when they left, my husband, it's so weird saying that, he went up and asked the DJ to play the song and the DJ was like, yeah, I can do, because we understood like they kind of botched it, and so we just asked the DJ, we're like, yeah, so that back there, could you like play it so we could just like dance again to it, because it wasn't that good and we want to like dance to the song. So we danced when they sang it and then we danced again when he played the recording, and honestly we should have just let them play the recording, but it's kind of funny, it's kind of a funny story now, so I don't even really care that much. But yeah, so, and then we just danced the whole night away. And slowly people trickled out. And then I sat like, when it was basically over, I was like holding my baby. No. My partner had the baby and she was out cold in his arms. And so I went outside with my drink and I sat by the fireplace and I just like took the night in, the fresh air. And then my partner's best friend's girlfriend came out and we were chatting for a bit, and then everyone came outside because basically the event was over, so that my partner came out and his groomsmen came out, and we were all just hanging out for quite some time out there, and then it was time to go, so I walked back to my hotel room. I wound up losing my phone. I lost my phone and I turned on my location for my partner like a year ago. One day I thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna turn my location on for him. And I did, and I left it on permanently. And it is a damn good thing I did that because I straight up lost my phone in the grass. That was the second time. The first time I lost my phone, it was like misplaced. I knew, I just like couldn't find it, but it was no big deal. And then all of a sudden there it was outside. The groomsmen must have found it. And then they found it again. It's a good thing I also had this bright red case on my phone because it was in the grass. They found it at like 12:30 and we were all drunk. And yeah, and I was in my hotel room and I'm like, I don't even, like, it's whatever. Like, I knew I was going to find it eventually, like the next day, or I knew someone was going to find it. So I was like, it's really no big deal. And the girl I was talking to by the fireplace, she was like, I can't believe how chill you are about it. And they were like, no, we're going to go find it. So the three of them went and they found it. And I was happy they found it that night, but I knew it would be found eventually. And then, yeah, it was really nice because I booked my immediate family a hotel room in, like, right on the same, where I was staying, and it's, like, all on the same property. And then I didn't realize how many other people had booked a room there, too. So we all woke up and had breakfast together. Like, we had continental breakfast. So that was really nice because that was kind of like a free way for all of us to just, like, hang out. And we were all so tired talking about how fun it was. But everyone agreed, like, it was a beautiful wedding. It was perfect. It was just the best. It was really just the best. And my dress is absolutely insanely perfectly beautiful. My idea with the dress, we're thinking of having a honeymoon. I won't give it away. But I'm thinking if we do what we want to do, I cut the dress. I get it tailored, cut the dress. And then I can wear it again on our honeymoon, which might be Vegas. But yeah, it was just like, I'm sure there's so much I'm forgetting to even tell you, but basically, what did we have for dinner? We had steak and walleye, and we did a bundt cake, which is kind of random too. A bundt cake for our wedding cake, and we had little cupcakes surrounding it. I kind of wish we had did the cake cutting down at the reception. But I didn't realize it was going to be up there. There was like just a couple of details I didn't think about, like where the cake was going to be necessarily, and just a couple of things, but really not much. Really not much. Really everything was basically perfect in every single way. And we just keep talking about how amazing the day was, how absolutely amazing. And it was a small wedding, and we had like a small guest count, but we did kind of like a big wedding, I guess. And I feel like I put off planning a wedding for so long because I was like, well, who am I even going to invite? I wanted to have a nice wedding, but I really didn't feel like I had that many guests to invite. And it got to a point where I was just like, well, who cares? Just do what you want. If you want a big wedding with a small amount of people, do it. Who cares? But yeah, everything was perfect. And now I'm a married woman. After being together for like almost 8 years, 9 years, 3 kids, a house, multiple trips. But it's good. It's good. Okay. Goodbye.